I'm here, I promise. Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. It is definitely a Monday morning, if you know what I mean. Whew. Yeah, this is wrong. Okay, quick story. Quick story. True story. I when I was really excited about Mondays, about doing Mondays for streaming because I thought, a lot of people hate Mondays. They're tired, from the weekend. They got to go back to work like the usual. And so I thought maybe this would be a nice thing for people to look forward to on a Monday. Um, which people have said. People have said, you know what, it's great. I'm at work and I'm feeling blah. And then we get to, have many loves and sex with Robin. And so that's awesome. At the same time, I had a moment of like, um, but now I don't want to get up on a Monday. So sometimes I'm like, why did I pick a Mondays? And I'm always happy once I'm here and got started. But of course, I'm sure a lot of people can relate that getting started is the difficult part for Mondays, at least for me. So that's my little story. Welcome to Sex with Robin on Split Radio. My name is Robin Beach. I use she, her pronouns. I'm a former nurse. Nope. Yes, I am. But that's not the order I usually do it in. I am a former stripper, former pro dom or dominatrix, and a former nurse with experience in cardiology, psychology, and sexual health. And now I work as a sex educator, coach, consultant, and of course, host of the show. And oh, good morning. Good morning, Peter. It's good to see you. Well, to know that you're there. Of course, I can't see you, but I know that you're there, and that's really nice. Um, I want to take a moment to say that I am located in Vancouver, Canada, on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Coast Salish and Musqueam Indigenous tribes. And I also brought my stuff to make tea, legit, because I was like, it's Monday. I need my tea. I need my caffeine. I've had 1 cup and I need a second one. And I was like, I'm running late. So I legit brought my kettle. It's just on the floor. And make myself some tea while we got myself some Earl Grey. So I do want to ask, um what helps get you up, like part of your routine if you have one? Are you a coffee drinker? Are you a tea drinker? Are you just a water person, or is there a food that you really like to eat? What helps you get out of bed in the morning? For me, it's tea. I like it strong. I got two tea, double tea bag in it. So please forgive me while I brew myself some tea while we get going. And today, we're talking about uh, violet wands, and I actually have my violet wand kit here with me. And only pouring myself some tea, just finished boiling kettle on the floor, and I've got my Freddie mug, which always makes me very happy. Um, so yeah, I got my violet wand kit, and unfortunately, I don't have a living human being today to work with. Um, so we might have to try to get creative or something and maybe use our imaginations. So I'm just going to let that tea brew. Let's see. Oh, I got a comment here. Uh, tea, coffee, cocoa. I'm as poly in my beverages as I am with my partners. They all have value. Aw, so you're like a caffeine anarchist, baby. Is there? Yeah, that's really sweet. I do love that. I unfortunately am a bit more of a I'm not a snob. Like uh, even like any black tea, I'm like whatever. I don't care if it's Earl Grey, if it's even just black tea straight up, if it's English breakfast, chai, whatever, like anything that's like a black tea based makes me really happy. But a lot of states, like especially in the South, don't they don't like nowhere carries. They don't even say tea, they just say hot tea. So you ask for a tea, you're gonna get an iced tea. so so I feel like I need my tea. So I just bring tea bags whenever I travel, honestly. So I want to talk about violet wands. Um, and yes, of course, keep the chat going. I can see it right here, and I can present it. And you can say who you are if you want. You can either register with the restream so that your name just pops up, or you can not. You can always just put your name in, because I end up doing that half the time because yeah. Anyways, violet wands. I've had a lot of requests to talk about violet wands. Some people have said like, "Oh, I saw it at a party and it was really cool," or talks like maybe they saw an article or something about it. So violet wands are really fun, and I will say like straight up, I am not an expert on violet wands. Like it's not a kind of play that I do super often. um I have experience with it, like I've played with them, mostly actually mostly pro doming. I bought my own kit, and I've been to, some workshops, and I always like to ask other people. So if you are like a total violet wand expert, like please, don't hesitate to share some of your awesome knowledge and experience with us, or ask questions. I've got the power of Google right here. But I know the basics. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to show you what a violet wand is, if anyone is like, what is going on? And I also, yes, I took notes. I have a million notebooks. I write everything down. And I always take notebooks whenever I go to a con and I'm attending classes. And I legit keep them. And I have so many of them. And I found some information from some of the old workshops that I'd attended on violet wands, and I took notes on that last night myself. So I'm a notes person. I like notes. See, everyone's like, where'd she go? Here I am. I didn't go anywhere. This is what my box looks like. Everybody look at my box. It's it's going to look backwards on the screen, I think. It's called the Twilight Wand, which I bought this like a while ago. It has nothing to do with the series. Does anybody know why it's called Twilight Wand? Whether that's a specific type of wand, I think, or if it's like a brand name. Yeah. And it does, a lot of kits will come with different attachments. This one, yeah, I'll get into that in a moment. But basically, it is electricity. Some might call that electroplay. Um, it does fall under, I would say, the category of like sensation play. It can tickle, it can feel really nice. It could be painful if you really turn it up, but so this is what a typical kind of electric wand looks like. And yes, I do recommend that if you do get a violet wand, or if you're going to use one, that it's like a 3-prong. I'm talking, of course, Canada and US, but something that is not just a 2-prong. That's not going to be strong enough, and you don't want any issues. I'm not like, I'm like, biology and chemistry was my jam. Physics, not as much, but you know what I mean? All I do know is a 3-prong one is much safer and much better quality. And I've got some comments I'm just going to pop up here. Someone says, replying to a Facebook user, I'm new to it and have one, but not a partner who's interested. Self-play options. And yes, I will be, I'm going to be literally just doing self-play here. So you can absolutely do solo play with these. And we got another comment here. What is this? We've got, oh, I already said that one. Same one again. I think it posted a couple times. Okay. But yes, we will be talking about that. I just want to kind of show this off. So this is what it looks like with the cord, and it has several attachments in the box. Open my box. And so basically, yeah, these are glass, and you stick them in. I'll show you the different ones. And this one, I believe it's almost got like a flat mushroom type area. So keep in mind, this one has like a little ball on the end. that if you have a larger surface area, what is this? This looks kind of like a sperm to me, or maybe like a small flat spoon. And of course, so they have different shapes that are designed to either kind of spread out the sensations or have them be on a smaller kind of area. I'm going to start off with the one that looks like a mushroom. And so the idea, of course, being that it's going to be a lot more intense if it's kind of focused in one certain area as opposed to having it spread out. And there are metal ones that you can get. The metal ones are more intense than the glass ones. And yeah, because glass is basically a buffer for the electrical current that's going on. You know what I heard? Okay, we'll talk about adapters in just a minute, but I want to show you this. So I got my 3-prong and I brought my extension cord out here. I feel like having extension cords is something that's really important to put in your play bag. Just like whether it's for like a Hitachi or magic wand scenario or a violet wand, that is something that I swear anytime I go to a party, there's somebody who's like, oh, I need an extension cord. So bring extension cords with you, maybe have your name on them. Because I guarantee you there's going to be a time in your kinky life, if you're going out and doing stuff, that you're going to be like, damn, I need an extension cord. And if you organize and host events, I always tell people, I'm like, make sure there's outlets around, have extension cords available because someone always needs one. That's my little rant. So I'm just going to plug this in. And this one has a dial to turn it on and turn it off. Of course, there's nothing in here yet. And all you do is you just insert the attachment in here. There's a little metal thing on the end. You're not supposed to twist it or force it. You just slide it in and you'll feel like it is in there. And you can, with the dial, I could turn it on just a little bit and you wouldn't hear much. But then the more you turn it up, obviously the more intense it gets and you'll see a color form. I feel like I want to turn the lights off so people can see. I don't know if you can hear that. I could smell it too. It smells like static electricity. And I'll turn it. I'm not going to turn it down. I'm going to start it on all the way up. Why not? Because I really want to see, I want people to see this. When you're going to use the violet wand, you're not going to, oh wait, I should talk safety first. Okay. Okay. Safety wise, do not do this if you have a pacemaker or like a major heart condition. Just going to say that straight off the bat. And I apologize. That sucks. But I wouldn't, that is something I ask when I play. And you can do other forms of play, but not electric play. Just stay away from that. Keep it away from the eyes. Just avoid the eyes. I do recommend taking off like any like heavy metal jewelry or anything like that, obviously, because metal's a conductor for electricity. So having said that, I have a tongue piercing and it's never been an issue. So just like anything major, necklaces and stuff like that, because they could burn you. Don't use it in the water. I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory or obvious, maybe. Like, don't use electric things in water. It baffles me that I have to say that, but I feel like I have to say that. I bought a hairdryer once, and the box said, "Don't use while showering." I was like, "What?" That doesn't even make sense. Even if it wasn't an electricity thing, why would you be trying to dry your hair in the shower? I don't know. But anyways, don't mix water and electricity. Don't use any flammable liquids. And yes, you can use this over top of clothes or on bare skin, but I'd stay away from like nylon or anything that might not react well to heat or electricity. So all right, now I'm going to turn this back on, and let me know if you hear the buzz. You should be able to. So that's on it. It's low, and I'm just turning the dial up slowly. And there's a bit of a purple hue. The lights were off, and you'd be able to see it a lot more. It glows, and it's really pretty. And yes, you can see the current. You're not going to just want to touch directly. It's about getting close. And now I want to hold this up so y'all can see what it looks like. Can anyone see? You can see the current and you can see the sparks. I hope you can see this. I think you can see it. Can you see it? I'm legit. I'm going to turn the lights off. Maybe you'll see it easier. So, and it smells, and I can smell, it's not a bad smell. It just smells a little bit like a static electricity. It's kind of exciting. It's a charged smell. You know what I mean? So let's see. I'm actually wearing pants. Oh, and forgive my limp. My ankle's fucked. Let's see if I can turn the lights off. Check it out. Let's do this again. So yes, it's sensation play. You can put this anywhere on the skin. Again, stay away from the eyes. Yes, you can use it on the genitals. Do not insert. It is not insertable. You can actually get like attachments that are designed to be insertable. So keep that in mind. The ones that you typically would just get that are glass that come with the kit are not for internal use. Do not use them for penetration. Okay, let's turn on and see if you can see that a little better. This is as dark as I can get it in here with see if you can see that a little better. Actually, I'm going to use a different attachment. Let's try a different one. This one, because it's got the tiniest end, it's got a little ball, so it would be a lot more intense. And just, again, don't twist it. You just push it in and turn it on. Let's see if you can see this. Feels cool. It is actually, I know, a very big difference that I noticed. Gonna do the other arm. Let's see. How cool is that? It's a lot like, I want to try to describe what it feels like, but it's little prickles depending how intense you go. It's tickles, but a lot of it is just like if I just went doop, it would be like if kind of like that static shock that maybe you give somebody. But some people might be like, why would you want to do that? But it is different. It's more tickly. And does anybody else want to weigh in? Have you used a violet wand before? And what does it feel like for you? So yeah, you could just use this all over anyone's body. Now, I want to show you one of my absolute favorite things to do with a violet wand. Okay, and this does. I'm going to use what's called a body contact. Typically doesn't come with a violet wand kit. So yeah, I did get it separately. Be careful to your glass. So I'll show you what a body contact looks like. It is a wire with these two ends. Okay. And this end is the one that we would insert into the violet wand. And this is called a body contact. So I'm going to just, okay. Plugging it in, the end that goes in. Again, you're not twisting, you just push it in and it'll click like that. So now I've got the violet wand and I don't have to hold on to the violet wand anymore. I just need to put it down somewhere. And as long as it's not on, as long as it's touching me, then I become the one that whomever I touch will create the shock. It is so fucking cool. And I really wish Brandon was here so I could touch him. I don't even know if this is going to work. I have Pete the zombie here. I don't know if it'll work at all because it's not an actual human that is alive. I have my cat, but I'm obviously not going to do that to my cat because I'm not a shitty human being to animals. Oh, Pete, you're too high up. I'm just going to see if it works. So you don't even have to hold it. Like you can tuck it into your pants. Like I often would do. I would just tuck it in your bra, in your pants, as long as it is touching you. And then I turn it on. And I can't feel. Ooh, actually, that does tingle a little bit there. That means I just have to adjust it. The body contact shouldn't be like, ee. Does it work? No. Damn. Pete. No, he's not reacting, obviously, because it's just like a. But I have a charge right now. If I touch someone, it would do the same thing as the ends, and I would be able to touch someone, and it would be like, which. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. Damn. I feel like I just want to go into Brendan's room and wake him up, touch his face. But here's the thing, I don't even have to use necessarily my hands to create the shock. With the body contact, you can kiss and it would shock. You could lick, you can touch, you can do all kinds of things just with having the body contact on you. And I don't feel anything until I touch someone. Then it's like, just like with the ends. So if you have a body contact, that's like my favorite thing. Because I feel like you can get especially creative with how you touch someone and creating that response, that tickling and that shock. You could also incorporate things like knife play, because remember, when you have the body contact on you, you're the one that is conducting the electricity. And so anything metal that you touch or hold, that would also pass onto that, as long as it's metal. And this is metal, I'm touching it. So with the body contact on, I could touch people with the knife and it would totally shock them. How fucking cool is that? How hot is that? Someone needs to come over to my house right now because I really want to do this to someone. Just come on over. You have less than 30 minutes. Or, it doesn't have to be right now, but I seriously, because yeah, going to touch somebody with a knife that's also going to shock them. How fucking amazing. Ooh, yes, I got a comment here. Tinsel looks fun. Yes, I've seen scenes where, they covered somebody with tinsel and with the body contact and was touching, because yeah, again, you are part of what's conducting. So your only limit is your imagination on things that you can conduct through yourself and through other metal objects. My go-to is knives, but tinsel, anything metal. Like, and now I want to say, wow, what else can you think of that would be really, really cool? You can touch nipples, kisses. I find kisses really, really hot. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. Any way that you can touch somebody, you can grab somebody by the hair. If you do it right, if you do it quickly, you can actually tickle like their scalp. There's nipples, there's genitalia, there's all kinds of fun things. You could use a Wartenberg wheel. What do people call that casually? It's the little spokes on the wheel. It's called a Wartenberg wheel. And we've got a comment here from Peter. I've seen violet wands used to ignite alcohol in fire play. That is so fucking cool. I did mention here, like, as a caution safety thing, not to use with flammable liquids because you can ignite a fire. So only if you are like really knowledgeable and skilled would I recommend doing something like that. But that is, I want to watch that. That sounds really, really cool. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, so I call it a nope. Another comment here. Claws, yes, claws, vampire gloves. Someone needs to be here. I'm getting really excited now. Those are amazing. That's a great idea with the claws. I'm nerding out. Hit me up with what else you got. I love these ideas. Um, I was thinking like even cutlery. You could, yeah, like a fork or a knife or something like that would be really, really cool. Um, I should make sure I store these properly. So yes, storing your violet wand is a good idea. I don't want to put it away yet. I honestly just want to play with it and try different spots to see what it's like. Because that's essentially, like I said, Violet Wand falls under the category of electroplay, but also sensation play. Like really, that's a lot of what it is, and I think that's the fun part about exploring and having something like this is, I don't know how many nights of let's see what else we can do with this that you could get out of it. I feel like you you could get a lot of time and exploration and curiosity for your violet wand. And now I feel like I should know where to get one so I can tell you. Um, and yeah, I actually got mine. I got mine from a store called Little Sisters in Vancouver. Um, I bet you they still have one, but that's of course if you're in Vancouver. And um, a lot of yeah, some sex shops will carry them. I've seen them sold a lot at events, but of course that's like if you're at a con and if there are vendors there, and with COVID, um I feel like I'm just going to look online too, because I guarantee you can buy these online, but make sure you're getting like an actual quality one. um I don't recommend antiques because and they're really cool because these go way 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 back. What was it, 1893? Fucking A. I got it in my notes. 1893 by Nikola Tesla. Because it was the early 1900s that it was used for like medical treatments and stuff. But they were also pretty intense. And of course, if it's antique, it might not work properly. And that could just, you don't want to fuck with electricity, honestly. So I know people that have antiques that use them, but those are people that are really, really knowledgeable and probably know how to put together and fix them and maintain them. Or they just buy them and then keep them because they're cool as an antique, but they don't actually use them. Um, so because the antique ones look really, really cool, they look absolutely badass. Even though obviously like they weren't used in you know ethical ways. We can I think we could still like look at them and appreciate like, okay, this is scary. um We've got another comment. Oh, who said this? I want to know. I will. You don't have to say. It's okay. I will be there on the next flight to bottom. Yes, see. I really want to play with this now with somebody, and I had planned on having Brandon here, but his work situation. He came home early and went to bed. So I want to put the body contact on me and wake him up by touching his face. Don't do that. I'm not going to. I'm joking. Obviously, I wouldn't do that because that wouldn't be consensual. Um, and he'd be really pissed off, understandably. So I'm obviously not going to do that. But it's okay to feel that urge sometimes as long as you don't act upon it. Like, I just want to wake you up with it, but that's not cool unless that's already something you've established in your relationship. Um, so I'm going to take the body contact off. I want to see where you can get them. And I'm actually tempted to look online at, I don't know if they'd have them at adamandeve.com, which is the sponsor for today's show. Adamandeve.com is basically a website with all kinds of toys, accessories, um, just a ton of variety. Some of it is like really nice quality, like kind of expensive stuff, and then they also have like a lot of the cheaper staples. So I do like that it is financially accessible in that sense. But if you use my promo code SWR, you can get 50% off of almost any one item, plus free shipping in US and Canada. There's a few things that it won't do like the full 50% for. Some of them it's like 35 or 25. But almost all the items you can get 50% off. So I that's that I have to share that. It's a wicked deal. Because I do like it. Okay, let's see if I can find. I wonder if they have one. I'm gonna just look right now. AdamandEve.com. if they have any violet wands or any accessories. I don't know. It would be under the BDSM. Oh, they have cute little things like, what is BDSM? Bondage for beginners. Yeah, I don't know if they have. I feel like a violet wand is, I don't know. Let's see. Bondage. And I'm just going to search violet wand. They do not have violet wand kits. Doesn't really surprise me. They're not something that a lot of places sell. So if you're not sure, you can just ask. So sorry, I don't have an actual place other than Little Sisters in Vancouver, which that was, I mean, years ago. So I don't know. I don't know if they have them, but I'm sure you can find them online somewhere. Somewhere. When all the world is a hopeless jumble. You got to sing about it. Somewhere over the rainbow. Yes, adamandeve.com. SWR is the promo code. I don't know if I was clear about that. Sorry, I was half distracted. But yeah, at adamandeve.com using promo code SWR, you'll get 50% off almost any one item. A couple of them are 30-ish, and free shipping in the US and Canada. Plus, they usually will throw in a couple of like freebies that you can decide whether or not you want to receive. Totally optional. And yes, it is a bucket list cake for me. Absolutely. Again, it's one of those things where I haven't played with this in a long time. Mostly I used it in pro doming, but because a lot of people also that really like to be tickled, this is a really good thing to tickle with as well. I mean, assuming they don't thrash too much. And you know how to keep your space. I've used this to tickle people and they love it. So yeah, like it's something that I haven't played with in a long time. It's something that wasn't usually like ever a go-to for me, but whenever I bring it out, I will play with it for like a lot frequently for a while, and then it kind of goes away in the closet again. And then I forget about it, and then later I'll bring it out and be like, "Oh yeah, I remember this." So, it's one of those things for me. Yeah, not a go-to, but every time I bring it out, I get excited and I'm like, I want to do more. Let's see. Oh, someone's got a question here. Is there a brand or better keyword to Google body contact so I don't get MMA fights or HR sexual harassment descriptions? I would actually Google, I'm going to do it right now. I would Google violet wand body contact. And there is a website, violetwands.com. That doesn't surprise me that is a website. So not an affiliate, but I'm gonna look at it right now and see what kind of things I can find on this website. Oh, it says body contact cable, selling for $44.95. It is, and there's tons of different accessories that you can get. There's light bulb adapters, which I'd only kind of heard of recently, where it's an adapter that you attach to the end of your violet wand, and then any light bulb, even ones that have completely burnt out and don't work anymore, any light bulb that you can fit in there can be used like any of the ends. It will still conduct, and you can use different shaped light bulbs and stuff. And I was like, that is so cool. So that would specifically be a light bulb adapter. This is a body contact cable. I have also seen body contact pads, like just a flat kind of small pad that you can either like stand on or tuck into your pants like I do with the cable. I wonder if those. Oh yeah, and see, there's tons of stuff here. There's Nova violet wand kits, Tesla violet wand kits. I don't even know. What does mine say? It just says Zeus electrosex. Again, with penetrating, you need a specific type of attachment for that. It does need to say like, hey, this is specifically for penetration. And we've got Another comment here, light bulb, as in a smart light bulb with a phone app. This could be very good or very bad. You know what? I can't say because I've not tried that. That's a really good fucking idea, and maybe that would work. Does anybody know whether or not that has worked? Has anyone tried using like a smart bulb? I don't see why you couldn't. Maybe. I don't know. That's a really good question. Um, so yeah, turning this on again. If you can hear the buzzing, I love the buzzing. Let's see if people can see. Oh, the tips of my fingers. Doesn't hurt. It's just like, ugh. Makes me kind of squirm a little bit. So you can put this all over someone's body and in different places. If I started going up, up, up. Yeah. Tickles. So that is the violet wand right there, folks. I love the comments that are happening. Please keep them coming and the ideas. This is great. I'm going to put this down now and focus on these. I've seen wands used a lot for scenes, but I'd love to hear some ideas for how to integrate the wand with sexier times. I mean, specifically, I'm into the body contact for the sexier times. That sounds really cool. I would just want to touch someone's parts, their nipples, their whatever their sensitive areas are, the neck, and kissing. Kissing would be, I need whoever, I don't even know who it was that's like on the next flight, like hurry up. I would love to play with this. I would want to use my mouth on a lot of body parts. That's what I would want to do. I'd want to be licking and kissing all kinds of areas just to explore and see what response and reactions that you get. Nibble on someone's ear, kiss their neck, give them a blowjob, go down on them. Like, that would be so much fun. That would be a lot of fun. I'm also on this site. I kind of want to see the different attachments there are because there are a lot of different accessories. Let's see. And yeah, you can get ones that have different colors and different shapes. There's one that looks like a little gummy bear at the end. Like, how adorable is that? Yeah, there's ones I see with Wartenberg wheel attachments. See, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I just figured I would have the body contact and hold a Wartenberg wheel, which you could do that as well. I want to see what kind of the insertable ones might look like. Oh yeah, there's ones that have like cups, like you can play with cupping. I have seen people do like a combination of cupping and electroplay with violet wands. And of course, there's like cute shapes and stuff. I really wanted to parts and tools. Oh yeah, those are for people that are able to fix things. I would be like, someone fix it for me. I will pay you. Just help me because this is not my Violet Wand toys. What does this say? Okay, so there's claws. There's there's because I was thinking about flogging with the body contact, but obviously like leather would leather work? I don't think it would. So it would need to be something metal. So if you had, and I want to be like, is that a metal flogger? But there are metal floggers that are out there that are like chainmail style floggers. So that could be really fun. And it wouldn't even, you could hit someone with it, or you could also do different forms of sensation play. Sorry, my voice is going out. Caning, you could do caning. Oh, yeah, there is actually on the website, again, not affiliate, on violetwands.com. There's, I'm gonna say, like after the show, I'm going to buy half this stuff. This is what's going to happen. Electric flogger for violet wands with conductive silicone rubber. So they have specifically And there's also a cane that is also designed to be used. I'm sure you could find a cane that you could use yourself. Yeah, they have all different kinds of floggers and stuff. And here is one that is specifically for penetration. That is so cool. And we've got a comment here. I've seen paddles modified with blunt spikes and several small chains attached, like a hairbrush. Right. Right? Like, your only limit is your imagination, honestly, and that is actually what I love about talking with other kinky folks, because we, do some back and forth, and we help each other come up with fun ideas, and it's just I can't even. I love this community. We got another comment here. I read this as Violent Wand first. Still same. I mean, it could be. Um, yeah, there's all kinds of. Oh yeah, here's like a metal ball flogger, like little metal balls. And yeah, I see paddles that have little metal studs and stuff on them. I want these floggers, honestly. There's a whole bunch of different floggers that I really want to get that are conductive and work. Yay. Miscellaneous. I always got to check out the miscellaneous because I don't know what that is. It's quite miscellaneous. Just parts and stuff mostly. Mystery grab bags. Oh god, they have grab bags. Violet wand grab bags. Okay, that's actually kind of brilliant. I'm sorry. That's awesome. So yeah, we've got like 10 minutes to kind of wrap things up, but I want to know if you have any questions. Again, I am not an expert. I have played with them. I've enjoyed playing with them. I've had it for years. I use some pro doming, but I'm not like the biggest Violet Wand enthusiast fan that is all knowledgeable on these things. Like, I'm far from that. I'm over here like, Violet Wands are so much fun. Let's just play. But of course, while at the same time understanding and respecting things like safety. So yeah, no pacemakers. I am sorry. Or major heart conditions. Don't use in water. Keep away from the eyes, and don't penetrate with a violet wand. I'm just sorry. I'm like, I said I needed my tea, but I got excited, so I'm going to put some sugar in my tea. And I hope you like my tea set. I love tea, so I have like a cute little tea set for my milk. Don't use, you know, don't use in water, like obviously. Make sure electricity wise that things are cool. You don't have any like exposed wires or anything like that. Just I feel like it's pretty standard kind of safety that you would think of, or hopefully think of, when it comes to electricity. Because I'm like biology and chemistry over here. I'm all for it. Physics, I am not as knowledgeable on that shit. But don't use it in water. Cleaning and storage, yes. Important question. For cleaning, I would where I had a piece here. Oh, here it is. I mean, I would just spray a paper towel with maybe some rubbing alcohol. You could probably use the Lysol wipes that are disinfectants. Those are the yellow ones and the pink ones, by the way, when it comes to Lysol wipes. Yellow ones and pink ones. Totally cool. Other colors like the blue or the yellow, they aren't typically like disinfecting. They're cleaning it. So yeah, I would just wipe it down with alcohol, let it dry, and the box, at least that this comes in, does have a really the fuck. It's basically got me set up for storage in terms of having these slots and everything. This is like a squishy foam. So all of the glass pieces are separate and put in here. Once they've dried, like, I would just wipe them down with paper towel, alcohol, and keep it in the box. Um, and another question, is it too fragile to travel with? I would say no, and I have traveled with this. This box is like, even the edges of the box are like kind of worn, because I've totally traveled with this box and I've never had an issue, as long as, of course, everything it fits all nicely here. Of course, this is what the box came with. If you don't have that, I feel like most violet wand kits should have something like that. But then, of course, you might buy extra wand tips and stuff. I mean, wrap it really well. If you have, and then not everyone wants to use things like bubble wrap. If you have lots of clothing when you're packing, just be really careful. Um, yeah, the more I pack it up and then have it in a box is what I would do, which is just like this. If you have other pieces, which I don't have any other pieces. I honestly find, because it came with 4, and I can totally understand like geeking out and getting all kinds of different shapes and stuff if like you're kind of an enthusiast in that sense. And in that case, if you're that much of an enthusiast, I can understand also investing in really good storage for your pieces. But I just have the basic kit, and there's 4 pieces that it comes with, and they're really varied in shape and size. And I'm like, that's plenty for me. I don't need any more pieces. I do have the body contact, and that I store actually in here in the box as well, but I can't. It must have slipped, and now the light's off, so it's still dark. But there's an extra layer of foam that I put on top, and then I put the body contact in, and I close my box. And I've traveled with it many times. It stores well. Of course, don't keep it anywhere too hot or cold. Stays in a closet in a nice kind of, cool, dry space, and you're good to go. But now I feel like now I'm on this site, I want to buy toys with it. Not necessarily the ends. I want to get like a flogger. That would be really cool with it. Got another question here. How do you negotiate a scene with it? I mean, it would be the same that I would negotiate any other scene with a violet wand. If someone said, "Hey, Robin, I really want to do like a violet wand scene," I would say, intent is always the first one. So, like, what is it you want to get out of that? Or what is it that you like about it? I'd want to know if someone had played with a violet wand before, if they'd ever felt it. And it's okay, obviously, if the answer is no. It would just be really valuable information, because then if someone has played with them, they can tell you how they typically react or what it is they like about it. If someone has never done it, then you know to really take it slow, start low, go slow, to work your way up and to just have fun exploring. The things I'd want to know when negotiating, of course, are there a lot of things I would ask? Safety questions. I would ask about any heart conditions, or if you have a pacemaker. Um, Make sure they're not, in water. And ask them about any of their limits or any concerns. And I think it's absolutely fair. Like in this case, we're clearly talking about me being the top. That's just what I went with. I think it's also important to ask the top if they have any experience. Have you played with this before? Have you ever had anything go wrong with it? And things go wrong, and that's up to you if you want to discuss that. Knock on wood, I have not had anything go wrong playing with the violet wand. It's been all success, but I, also make sure that I'm being safe. And, if it's somebody that's going to flail around a lot, I make sure that they're tied up so that they're not going to injure me. Um, that's it. Other than the other things you'd want to negotiate, things like what their boundaries are, um, if they have any kind of safe words. I always ask the question, are you able to communicate that you need to stop? I feel like that is at least for me, I've adjusted my phrasing over the years, and that's, I find right now, is one of the best ways to phrase that. Are you able to communicate if you need to stop? Because some people aren't able to communicate, and then I want to know what that looks like. If they are able to communicate, what does that look like? What can go wrong? What can go wrong? Things can always go wrong, honestly. And I'm not talking about, like, you're not going to electrocute somebody again unless they're like in a pool of water. So don't fuck around with water and electricity. Um, but maybe it could short out or something like that. I'm not saying that should happen. I'm saying like if there's something wrong with the wiring, or if there's too many things plugged in, you can blow a fuse. Um, a lot of what I might see as going wrong, and this could again happen with any scene, is if somebody gets overwhelmed or gets triggered, um, and like really, really needs to stop right now, then of course you stop, and you make sure that they're taken care of and that they're calm. I find that that's, if anything tends to go wrong, that's one of them, where they're like maybe needing to calm down, and that's one where you can just help be supportive. Yeah, things go wrong. It's inevitable. Um, it can be that someone fell, rolled their ankle. In terms of the Violet wand, yeah, it should be safe again as long as you don't have a pacemaker or a major heart condition, um, which sucks for those that have pacemakers and major heart conditions, unfortunately. But there are other ways that you could play. I'm loving all these questions. Thank you so much for all the interaction and the fun ideas. I need to get some tinsel. Whoever it was, get on that plane. But seriously, yeah, just it's about exploring and sensations, and it's a really fun way to amp up sensation play. I am not even going to apologize for that. Um, so yeah, it's something I just really want to play with now. That's something you can get really into. Um, I am going to be presenting at Kink Fest coming up. That is in Portland, Oregon, the weekend of, it's Easter weekend. It would be, what is that, April 15th to 17th, I think. Um, and now I'm actually think I'm going to bring, I am driving. It's about a 6-hour drive from Vancouver, depending on how the border is. So I'm driving. I don't have to worry as much about bringing too much shit. So I think I'm going to bring my Violet wand. I'm not. So if you're going to Kink Fest, legit let me know, because I am super like excited and nervous. Excited and nervous. I'm going to be presenting 3 workshops. I'm going to do my squirting workshop, which is definitely my most popular workshop. I'm going to be doing my pain processing for nerds, which gets really biochemical. Get into the biochemistry of how all the endorphins and hormones and how that works with the blood flow. I get really nerdy in that one. And then I'm doing my knife play workshop, so you actually get to see me demo how to scare someone with a knife, how to cut someone with a knife, and how to fuck someone with a knife. Yes, I actually show knife fucking. And people people that attended that have been like, "Well, that was fake. You switched it out." And I'm like, "I'm not a magician. I'm not an illusionist. I'm no, yeah, that's a real sharp knife. I'll show you how." I will be there as soon as I can, says a commenter. Yes, awesome. Or you can, yeah, let me know if you're going to be at Kink Fest. That would be amazing. My next event is BL and then Self after that. What's BL? Anyways, so yeah, Kink Fest, super excited. And thanks so much for joining me today on Sex with Robin, talking about Violet Wands. If you have any more questions or ideas for scenes, because we all love to share, throw that in the comments. It's going to continue. The comments will continue after this video, which I am just about to turn off now. And it's also going to, Beyond Leather. Thank you. Was the BL. Oh, that sounds amazing. And I forgot what I was going to say. Basically, I'm here every Monday, 10 a.m. PST, 1 p.m. EST, live Sex with Robin on Split Radio. That's also right after the Many Loves Lunch Hour with Mandy. So highly recommend you check that out because she's amazing. All of my socials, you can catch me on all my socials at Sex with Robin. And yeah, I will see you all next week. I have no idea what I'm doing next week yet. So if you have a request for a topic, please let me know and I'll definitely cover it. And yeah, cheers everyone. Love y'all. Mwah. Bye.